The life path number, also known as the destiny number, is the number that results from the numerological reduction of your date of birth. It offers insight about the core of your personality, and will also give you a greater understanding of the pathway to success in your life. Before we get started, if you'd like to know your life path, soul urge, and destiny numbers, click the link in the description below. If your life path number is 5, you are a great seeker after freedom. You are a pioneer, not as much in the sense of being driven towards something new, but more in the sense of never being quite satisfied with being at rest. You love change and risk, and are never comfortable with the idea of settling down. You fear being smothered, either by the expectations of others, or by a routine that is too rigid. Because of this fear, you often have difficulty committing, either to relationships, or to career goals. You don't like the idea of being tied to another person, and you like the idea of having to report how you spend your hours to a boss even less. It is very possible for a 5 to construct a lifestyle that avoids restrictive responsibilities while still meeting cultural standards for stability, but this is a tricky balancing act. The desire for freedom that characterizes the destiny number 5 also encompasses a desire for freedom and righteousness for others. You are extremely passionate about humanitarian causes, and are the most likely number to volunteer for projects abroad, like Habitat for Humanity, Farmers Helping Farmers, or even the Peace Corps. Your humanitarian streak is a very good thing, because you are excellent at persuading and motivating others. You're good with both words and with rallying other people's emotions. Make sure that you use this power for good. Imagine a classic slimy politician or quick-talking salesman, and you're probably thinking about a 5 who's lost their sense of morality. 5 can be a self-indulgent number, but in a way that only the most austere 4 could reasonably describe as selfish. You're easily bored, and so, when you're done with the bare bones of your responsibilities, you're quick to rush off and do something fun, whether that's jetting off for a weekend trip, or just trying to cook an exciting new meal. Don't force yourself into a structure that is much too strict. It's true, there will always be times when you need to be stricter with yourself than is totally, 100% comfortable, but it's possible to design a life that minimizes situations like this, and that is absolutely what you should aim to do. 5 can also be an incredibly creative sign. Vincent van Gogh, Steven Spielberg, and Beyoncé are all 5s. If you are stuck in a situation where you don't have as much freedom as you want, you can at least use art as an escape. It's one field where you never need censor or restrain yourself. By using numerology to unlock the path meaning of life path 5, and coming to a fuller understanding of how it affects your outlook on life, you can use the positive points of the 5th path to your advantage, and find ways to avoid becoming entrapped by the negative parts. In numerology, 5 is the number of freedom and adventure. You must be free to explore the world in all its glory. It's a big and beautiful place, full of excitement that you're all too ready to tap into. Anyone who tries to tie you down will be severely disappointed. You refuse to be restrained, or to kowtow to others' whims. You don't need me to tell you not to listen to people who try to give you orders about how to behave. You already know perfectly well that that isn't something you're going to do. Beware of going too far overboard, though. Fear of commitment can be just as restrictive as commitment. Find a balance where you can take on some responsibilities, trusting that they won't crush you with their weight or keep you restrained forever. 5s are also one of the life path numbers that are susceptible to substance abuse problems. You get into them out of curiosity and wanting to experience new things, but the costs aren't worth it. Addiction is more restrictive than not trying something new. Seek adventure and always try new things. Make some friends who get excited about your adventures too. A small group trying all things new and exciting can be even more fun than doing them on your own, and also promote building strong social connections that can help you through dull or fearful days. By helping you be conscious of the tendencies of 5, numerology can open doors to opportunities that you would probably be initially inclined to shy away from. Once you become conscious that you are running from commitment, the contrarian in you will want to try to commit to something and prove to yourself and others that you can enjoy it. Finding meaning as a 5 means truly conquering the fear that you already keep thoroughly hidden. People would be surprised to know how fearful you can be at times, because you seem so adventurous. You are adventurous. But that doesn't mean you don't experience self-doubt, as well as fear of a miserable future. It is possible to be, if not 100% fearless, then at least much less restrained by fear than you currently are. It is something that you can consciously work on to improve. You are your own worst critic, and would do well to remember Marianne Williamson's famous quote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." This rings true for 5, where fear of success is your greatest nemesis. By being willing to take on potentially responsibility-inducing opportunities, you can promote a sense of variety and change in your life, which can help buoy you through some of the drier, more repetitive, less autonomous stretches that every life has from time to time. 5 is one of those numbers that struggles to find a stride that matches that of the world around it. According to the numerology definition of 5, you are a freedom seeker, which means practically by definition that you can't be 100% comfortable in anyone else's world. However, although you may never be quite what the outside world wishes you were, at the same time, the number 5 meaning can guide you to a life that is genuinely fulfilling and meaningful for you, and you are the one who really should be fulfilled by it. Embrace the restlessness that you experience in the face of the mundane, not as a sign that you will never be happy, or as an indication that you're right to be afraid of routine, but instead as a signal that you need to find other sources of joy and wonder in your life. Not all sources of joy need to be earth-shaking ones that prevent you from settling into a career or marriage. It is possible to find joy that is just as meaningful in smaller adventures, even things as simple as reading a book in a genre you never touch, or throwing out half your stuff because you want to try out a minimalist lifestyle. Being conscious of your tendency to seek novelty and buck restraints can help you to develop strategies to build your life in such a way that it is novel and unrestrained, while still providing you with the stability you need to exist healthily in a world that is really not built for people like you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to keep up with my latest uploads.